Hey guys. Hey, hello, hello. Welcome to Mobile Home Mondays. I am your host, Jasmine Gittens. I'm going to quickly tag everybody, let them know that we are currently live so they can hop into this session. It's going to be awesome as always, right? So I just want to share with you guys today. Let's see why this video is not popping up. Give me 1 second. There we go. Awesome. Let's tag and get into it. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we are good to go, guys. So again, welcome to Mobile Home Mondays. I'm your host, Jasmine Gittens. I am here to provide every Monday, come on here, give you some information about mobile homes that you can actually take and implement into your business right away. So today, I want to share with you and talk about ways to buy mobile homes with no money at all. Okay, like no money out of your pockets, right? So this is something that's really important, especially when you're thinking about creative ways of purchasing mobile homes, right? Trying to, get into this business and kind of build a portfolio, different ways that you can acquire properties that you may not have thought about to be able to access more properties, right? So, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Of course, comment, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Always love to have you guys here. And let's get into the first way that you can buy mobile homes with no money out of your pocket. And that is utilizing credit cards. Utilizing credit cards. Okay. The great thing about mobile homes is that it's affordable, right? You don't need $200,000, 250, $500,000, right, in order to be able to purchase mobile homes. Oftentimes, depending on your particular market, right? For us, I'm here in North Carolina. We can purchase properties for 5,000, 15,000, 30,000, right? Um, and all different kinds of conditions. But if you're looking for just a property that kind of maybe needs some fixing up, some need some TLC, right? We can purchase properties for $5,000, okay? And it will range depending on your particular market, of course, right? But with that being said, you may not have access to $500,000 credit cards, right, or credit limits, but can you get a $15,000, $20,000, credit card that you can utilize, one, for the purchase and for the renovation of your property? Okay. So if you are utilizing a credit card, right, or a line of credit, this is money that's not coming out of your pocket, right? You're applying for a credit card, getting access to that, utilizing that straight to pay for your mobile home, as well as for the renovations, right? And then once you've completed the renovation and now you're deciding if this is a flip, that you want to flip that property, you go ahead and flip it, you get a buyer, and you pay back your credit card. Okay, you could pay it back in full or however you want to do it. Okay, so this is a great way. And the cool thing about mobile homes and why this strategy works is because you can flip a mobile home within 30 days. You can absolutely flip a mobile home within 30 days. So that really gives you access to being able to purchase as well as complete a renovation before your next bill is even due in the next month, right? So again, being able to utilize a credit card, purchase the property, renovate it, and then pay it back. Okay. So that is one way that you can buy a mobile home with no money out of pocket. So if you didn't think about that, you want to think about different types of credit. You got business credit, right? You got personal credit. Maybe your credit isn't the best and you know somebody who has a 700 credit score, or 750, and they're not using it, or whatever the case is. Even if they are, if they have that, they have access to going to get a credit card, right? And you guys can do a partnership, right? So we've actually done that, and we're actually doing that right now. We have someone, he's been wanting to partner with us, and we're like, okay, let's do it, right? We have some of my students and or other mobile home investors who want to partner with me. So I'm like, okay, great. Right. He's like, look, I got this. I got, so I think he has a 740 credit score. So I'm like, great. He's going to get a credit card. And we're going to utilize that. Or he's going to utilize that as a means to partner with me. Because, we're going to do all the work. He just wants the money. He's like, look, I don't want to purchase the mobile home. I don't want to renovate it. I don't want to do any of that. I just want a return on my investment. I'm like, we got you. We can do that for you. Okay. So that is how he is getting access to the money, is by getting a credit card that then we're going to go ahead, partner, and do a flip together. Okay. So that's something that you can consider. Okay. So that's number one. Okay. Number one. The second way, okay, the second way that you can purchase a mobile home without any money out of your pocket is through seller financing. Okay, through seller financing. And the really cool thing about seller financing is, it's very, very case by case, right? So you can create the terms, like the perfect terms for yourself and for your particular deal and situation. Okay. So by seller financing, that is, you have a seller, right? They want to sell their property. Maybe they want, they want X amount of dollars, right? And you create a solution where you say, look, we can pay you what you want and even possibly more than what you want, but we're going to pay it over a long, over a term, right? Over a longer term. So we're going to be paying you monthly installments. Okay. And with these monthly payments, right, again, you can create the structure. How long this term is? This going to be a 3-year term? Is this a 10-year, a 20, right? You can create the terms. You can create the interest. Like, you can create the entire terms of the package. Of course, it has to be accepted by the seller, right? But you can do this with no money down. So your term can be like, we're not putting any money down, right? Zero down. We're going to pay you X amount of dollars each month. Okay, so now the seller, the benefit to them, they're getting monthly income. They're getting passive income from you over a period of time, without having to worry about dealing with tenants, right? Without having to worry about fixing toilets and, anything that may come with, upkeeping a rental property. Okay. Or even a personal residence, because you're just sending the money and you're handling everything else. You're either going to rent it out, or you're going to offer sell like a lease to own or seller finance out to your buyer, right? So you're paying them on a regular basis. Okay. And again, the terms can be no money down. Okay. We're not putting any money down, right? Or you could actually give them some money down, but you're getting that money from, if you offer this property seller finance right out, if you're offering like a lease to own, rent to own, seller finance, okay, out to your potential buyer, and you are requesting the requirement that they're putting $5,000 down, right? That can go to your seller. If you have some type of term in there where, we need a 30-day runway to do some renovations, right? And then we'll pay you X amount of dollars. Or again, just no money down, and we're just paying you simple payments over X amount of time. And you are then going to get paid from the buyer. The buyer is going to pay you, right? They're going to give you a down payment. They're going to be paying you a monthly payment, of which you take a portion of that and you're paying the seller. So none of this is having to come out of your pockets. And you can do this with properties that are in great condition. Okay, so that you don't have to come out of pocket in regards to renovation costs, right? You can just set up the terms, get it started, no money down. We'll start making payments on the second month, right? To give you runway to find your buyer, and boom, you got a property. Okay, no money out of your pockets. Whenever the terms are done, now you own this property and you didn't have to put any money into it. The buyer was paying you. Okay, you were taking a portion of that and paying the seller. And when the terms are done, that's it. Now you own this property. And then if you decide to sell it or whatever you decide to do, that's on you in the end. Okay. But seller financing is another way that you can buy mobile homes with no money down. Okay? Seller financing. Okay, so the third way kind of coincides with the first way, similar but different, right? Is private or hard money lenders. Okay. Now, with this being said, you would need, in order for it to be no money down, because oftentimes if you're using a hard money lender, right, they're going to request that you put down 10, 20, 30%, right? So you can combine a hard money lender and a private money lender, right? So if the hard money lender is gonna lend you the 70%, okay, for the property, then you would also set up a situation and have a private money lender who is going to give you both the money for the down payment, right? So the 30%, and the cost, if there's any, for renovation. Okay, so you would want to do a combination, right, of a hard money lender and a private money lender. Okay, you could also just do a private money lender who would just give you 100% of the renovation and purchase. Okay. So either a hybrid or a combination of a hard money lender mixed with the private money lender, in order to for it to be no money out of pocket. Because if you do just a hard money lender, they're going to request you to put some money down. Okay. But if you have a private money lender who can be bridge that gap essentially, they can give you that down payment plus the renovation again, or you can just go with just a private money lender. Okay, and they can do the whole price of the purchase plus the renovation. Okay, so hard money lender and a private money lender. Okay, so that is number three. And as a bonus, I wanted to share with you guys an additional way that you can purchase a mobile home, particularly if it is on private land and has been converted to real property, so it has a permanent foundation. Okay, so if it is real property, has a permanent foundation, right? And depending on the location, if it's in a rural area, you have access to a USDA loan. Okay, you have access to a USDA loan, which is a government funded loan that is provides funding for agricultural farming land, right? So it has to be, don't quote me on this, but it has to be, I believe, 20 miles from like a metropolitan or like a major city. So it can't be like in a major city, right? It has to be in a rural area. So there's some perimeters, there's some guidelines as far as how far it has to be from a inner city for it to be considered rural, right? And there's some other guidelines, right? But if you qualified, this is a loan that where you can get where you don't have to pay any down payment. Okay, so you get a loan, right, up to 100% of the purchase price of the property. Okay, so unlike a FHA loan or conventional loan where you still like with the conventional where you still have to put down 20 to 30%, right? A USDA loan is a program that offers, if you qualify, for no money down, no down payment. Okay, no down payment. So this is an additional option for you, particularly again, if the mobile home is on land and has been permanently affixed to the property. Okay. Awesome, awesome. I'm loving it. I'm seeing all of your responses. Katrina said, hey, Coach Jazz. Katrina from Maryland. Hey, how are you? This is one of my students. I'm super, super excited. She just joined us maybe like a week ago now. So excited to get her some results soon. Veronica, hey girl. She says, hey, good evening. Good evening. How are you? Karen. Hey, girl, another one of my students. Good evening, y'all. Y'all are in here tonight, huh? I love it. I love it. Somebody said it is possible. That is a fact. It is absolutely possible. Uh, let's see. Somebody said, do I have a business bank account for lender funding? Do I have a business bank account for lender funding? Daniel, I'm not quite sure your question. If you can maybe rephrase it, I'm not getting what you're asking. Do I have a business bank account for lender funding? And another thing, I'm again, I'll let you kind of just rephrase that because I'm not sure exactly what you're asking. But another thing that you can consider in terms of funding, like not even just a credit card, right? So there are banks, right? There are banks that okay, there's somebody. There are banks that provide or excuse me, not even banks. There are banks and organizations that provide funding for small businesses, right? So you can get a loan for your business, right? If this is your business investing, right? Mobile home investing, you can actually go to an organization that offers, right, other banks that offer small business loans, and you can use that for this as well, right? You can use a loan, boom, purchase your property, do your whole shebang, right? Renovate it, rent it, or flip it, and then pay your loan back. So those are better options, of course, if you're flipping it, because you would want to be able to pay that loan back because it's usually a term, right? But not always, because depending on how long the term is, like if it's a 3-year loan, 5-year loan, whatever it may be, you can you can use the rental amounts, right, to make your monthly payments on that loan. So it's just phenomenal. Okay. And then once you've gotten the loan, then it's like it's up from there, because then you can go back to them. You paid it, now you can be like, look, I know you gave me 20 last time, but now I need 40. Okay. Now I need 40. Okay. Okay, let's see. Daniel asked his question again. Do I have to have a business account for any type of lending or funding? It depends. It depends on the bank. We found some banks are a little bit more willing to lend to you if you already have like a checkings and savings account with them. So you could open up a checking account, and then maybe in like 30 days or so, go and apply for a for for funding. So you can do that. But I would just call the banks, and before you apply for any funding or anything like that, any credit cards or loans, just call the bank up just and ask them what their requirements are, how they go about their approval, what kind of things are they looking for, and so that you can know that, so that when you go into the branch, you're more educated. So we usually would call them on the phone ahead of time, ask all those questions, and then set yourself up for success when you go into the branch. Okay. Great question though. Great question. But yeah, guys, as you already know, mobile homes is the way to go, right? I love mobile homes so much. Particularly now with affordable housing, the need for affordable housing on the rise, right? People really looking for affordability and looking for like other options. I mean, house prices are sky high, so just mobile homes are great. The build of mobile homes, and then these new manufactured mobile homes, they just look so beautiful. You have the option of doing it on land, in parks. There's just so much variety there. There's so much demand there in terms of like, if you buy one, ability to flip it, relatively quickly is there, right? All of those things, all of the things that make a business, an investment, worthy and attractive, and viable are all there in mobile homes. So I wanted to share with you guys 3 ways that you can buy mobile homes with no money out of your pocket, and throw in a little bonus one in there for you again. So again, the 3 ways that you can buy mobile homes without having to pay any money out of pocket is: 1, a credit card. Okay. 2 is utilizing seller financing. 3 is a hard money lender and or a private money lender. And then the bonus 4th one is a USDA loan if the mobile home is actually converted to real property and is in a rural area. So those are the ways. Those are the ways, guys. So, of course, I love and appreciate you guys for tuning in, coming here on Mobile Home Mondays. You already know, every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch me here sharing with you tips and strategies that you can actually take and implement into your business right away to become a successful mobile home investor. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have a great night.